Well, a brutally cold start, especially with that wind chill, 10 to 20 degrees below zero in spots, and that was with rising temperatures. We were around 2-3 degrees just after midnight, and then, of course, that southwest wind, which generally has a warming element to it, helped temperatures rise into the upper single digits, but didn't help us with the wind chill. Late January cold and deep freeze stays locked in the rest of the week. Now, we're going to see waves of flurries and light snow showers similar to what we had today the next few days. The timing of those and some of it being at night will have an impact on our morning lows. Still going to be really cold, but anything we can do to stay away from the 0 degree mark, that's a good thing. We may not thaw a bit until early next week as we kick off the month of February. Of course, that arrives on Sunday. Those clouds rolling in through the afternoon, and again, they're scattered about the area, but with the Arctic air mass in place, anything that's out there is apt to squeeze out a few light snow showers. An update on the power outage situation, still Pulaski County with the worst of it down into McCreary County, but these numbers have been lessening over the last day or so. Great news, of course, the utility crews working hard. See the overcast still from the Montgomery County Courthouse there in Mount Sterling. It's 23 west to southwest winds at about 10 to 15, knocking those wind chills down into the teens. Got some clouds in Jackson County, maybe squeezing out a flurry or two, 23. And so that southwest wind really helping out, boosting us back up into the low to mid 20s. Wind gusts earlier were 25 to 30, but they have lessened. But unfortunately, we're still dealing with a wind chill, and we will, even though temperatures are going to back down at least a bit along with the winds as we see that frontal boundary move through. But temperatures overall, compared to this time yesterday, looking a whole lot better. So there's your weak front. And behind it, winds will shift to the northwest. They'll be a bit lighter. A few scattered snow showers can't be ruled out. And again, the key tonight is clearing. Clear skies, fresh snow and ice pack. That's going to mean well down into the single digits. If this verifies with the clouds lingering in the east, you'll probably hold into the low teens. So big difference there. And then a few more clouds tomorrow. Comparable temperatures even with a west wind at about 5 to 10. I mentioned the wind chill element, and the area of concern is going to be along I-64 and points northward. Yeah, lighter winds northwest at about 5 to 10, but we're in that zone of -5 to -10 wind chills Lexington northward just in the morning. A little better into the afternoon, but because of that, that's why we've got the cold weather advisory kicks in this evening and goes until 11 tomorrow morning. Frankfort, Lexington, Mount Sterling, Moorhead, and points to the north. That'll be worse for areas up in Indiana and Ohio, a bit more of a breeze. I mentioned those mid-level waves just scooting through one right after the other at odd times through the late week. We'll see the bigger push of Arctic air, I think, by the weekend. That's why we're going to begin to drop it off on Friday. So we'll kind of surge a bit, so manageable the next couple of days. And then that coldest core of air comes in as we get into the day on Saturday as it rotates in and we get a straight north wind. Now, some of the major models indicating an East Coast storm developing over the Carolinas, at least off the coast and riding up through the Tidewater of Virginia and becoming a nor'easter. They want to throw some snow back into eastern Kentucky. Our in-house data are not doing that, but it's still on the table for our far eastern mountains to see maybe a little bit of snow on Sunday, or Saturday, that is. Sunday dry. Another little clipper may swing in here welcoming the groundhog next Monday, so we'll keep an eye on that. 3 above if we clear it out. Would be a little higher, obviously, otherwise. A few clouds, but anyway, slice it up. Another frigid night. Partly cloudy. We'll do it all again tomorrow with low to mid-20s, so still cold in the extended forecast here. We're going to keep those morning lows just a tick higher because of the potential cloudiness scattered about during the overnight hours, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and then really that frigid air comes back 2 below Saturday morning to finish out January, welcoming February with dry conditions and highs around 20. We'll see what the groundhog has to say. Hopefully good news there, and definitely next Tuesday with afternoon highs back around freezing.